new gig economy that has expanded so much after the last few years, there's some deductions that people are probably missing out on. And one of those is the home office deduction. The home office deduction is where you can actually take expenses that would otherwise have been personal and use them against your business and make them deductible. To qualify for the home office deduction, you have to have a place in your home that you use exclusively for business. This means that you can't use your living room where you're also watching TV, having people over, but instead it's a dedicated portion of your house that you only use for business. This also has to be for a trade or business where the IRS considers it a business. So this can't be something that you're just doing for fun. It has to be something that you actually intend to make a profit on. To qualify as your principal place of business, this has to be where you meet patients, clients, or customers, or where you're doing the majority of your administrative work. So you can't have a regular office location that's off-site that you're doing business and then also have a place in your home that you're sometimes working from late at night. It has to actually be your main place where you're doing most of your work. Now, there are two methods for this deduction. There's the actual method and the simplified method. For the actual method, you actually tally up all the expenses associated with your home, and then you take a percentage of those based on the percentage of the home that you're using for business. Deductible expenses can include either mortgage interest and real estate taxes if you own the home, or rent if you're just renting it. It can also include insurance, repairs, utilities, and then it also would include a depreciation deduction if you own the home. Let's do a quick example of how this would work. Let's assume that you have mortgage interest of $12,000, you have property taxes of $5,000, repairs of $500, insurance of $1,000, utilities of $1,500, and then based on the cost of your home, you have depreciation of $15,000. Now that's your totals for the entire home. That's not necessarily your deductible portion for the home office. All of these add up to $35,000. Now you have to figure out what portion of your home is actually used for business. So you have a dedicated office that you use, and let's say that is 300 square feet of the home, and the total home is 1,200 square feet. Well, you would figure 300 divided by the 1,200 total gives you 25% of your home is used as a home office. So you would take 25% multiplied by the $35,000 of total expenses associated with maintaining that home, and that would be your deductible portion for the home office. In this case, that's $8,750. In addition to this, if you had direct expenses specifically for that portion of your home, for example, you had to paint it to make it usable for your business, then that would all be deductible because all you did was paint that room. If you painted the entire house, it would be subject to the calculation and you'd only be able to benefit from 25% of that cost. Next, we'll talk about the simplified deduction. Generally speaking though, the actual expense method will actually give you a larger deduction, but the simplified method is, as it says, it's much simpler to calculate, and so you don't have to go through adding up all your expenses to figure out what your deduction is going to be. The simplified method is simply, you take $5 for every square foot of your house that you're using exclusively for your business. However, the maximum that you can consider is 300 square feet. So if you max it out, if you had a 300 square foot home office at $5 for every square foot, that's a $1,500 deduction that you would receive. If you had 400 square feet for your home office, well, because it's capped at considering 300, then you still only have a $1,500 deduction. As I said at the beginning, this is a great way to convert expenses that may not be deductible as deductible expenses. Now, you do get mortgage interest and real estate taxes on your principal residence as an itemized deduction, but as I've explained in other videos, a lot of times you don't actually receive the benefit from those. Not only do you get them out of that itemized category, thereby bypassing some of those limitations, but you also get to pull in other expenses that would not have otherwise been deductible. If you found this useful, please hit like, subscribe to my videos, and I'll see you guys next time.